Welcome back to the channel. I'm Rochelle. This is Brampton Gardener, and can you guess what today is? Today is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. It is currently like 52 degrees out and we're going up to 65, and that is so incredibly exciting. Yesterday it was high 57. I took Dexter for a 4-mile walk. He's still recovering. He's very tired. But it was absolutely fantastic. And what's really exciting is we have no more snow. So all the snow has melted. So today we are going to be doing several trays of the 2-inch soil blocks, and then I'm going to be potting up. So I'm going to be potting up my dwarf tomatoes, my hot peppers, and some herbs. And if I have time, petunias. And there's lots and lots of petunias. But first, let me go show you the garden and see what's going on right now. And why it's so exciting, because this was all full of snow not too long ago. And anyways, parsley made it through just fine. More parsley. My irises are coming up. Oh my goodness, yeah, I'm gonna have to move that pot. My irises are coming up. Oh, and that means my columbine. My columbine's over there, so maybe I'll give this pot a flippity-do. Crazy. They are really coming alive. It's our first like weed of the season. And I see my feverfew is coming back up there. Dexter out enjoying the sunshine. Hi buddy. Yeah, it's nice out here. You can just run wherever. You don't have to just stay to your tight little path that Daddy built for you. All right, and then my California poppies are coming up. I don't see anything yet on the peonies. Do I? Oh, is that a, yes. Oh, yes. Let me just move that little leaf out of the way. Look at that. Peonies coming up. Oh, that's exciting. Oh, it's so exciting. And I know you southern gardeners are probably like, what? Why are you excited about this? It looks awful. It does look awful, but we're going to wait a bit on the cleanup. It's just way too wet right now. It's way too early in the season to be doing any cleanup because I'm not going to be potting much up, planting much out. There looks like a bunch more yarrow there. But yeah, so let's get started on those soil blocks, right Dex? Let's go check out the soil blocks. Let's go. Okay, so in this pot I have just my dry potting mix. Use whatever you want to use. And I have some warm water because I don't have a hose hooked up yet, and I can it's better than working with ice cold water, right? So let's get this water in here. Now this might seem like an awful lot of water, and it is, but keep in mind we're doing soil blocks, and so it needs to be much wetter than when you're doing regular potting into containers, right? So getting that consistency is always the hardest thing, especially for the 2-inch blocks. Sometimes it can be kind of tricky, and I haven't done too many this season. This is my first day doing it outside though. Last time I had to do it on the floor in the garage. So you can see here now we're starting to, but that's still, I mean, that's not going to hold its shape, so we're going to get a little wetter. And I'm sore. I was scrubbing the carpets on the stairs yesterday and my arms are sore. This bin is not the best for working in because, as you can see on the bottom, it's not perfectly, it's kind of heavy. It's not perfectly flat. And so you really want it nice and flat in order to get that pressure into the soil block. So I'll be transferring a lot of it and working out of the white dish container. So this much potting mix, I'm hoping to get at least 2 full trays of the 2-inch blocks. So let's do a test run really quick. And it's, see, there's nothing on the bottom. So I've watched people do this and they go, oh, the soil blocking, it's not great and whatever. And it's because they're just like trying to get the soil blocks, especially the mini ones, like into the top of a big container. And you really need something to push down on to get it to squish in. And I think they're fairly decent soil blocks, so I'm happy with that mix. So let me just rearrange stuff and get set up and ready to go. Hey buddy. I'm wearing capris. I'm not wearing shorts yet, but I am wearing capris because it's glorious. And I think once that sun's up a little bit longer, I'm gonna be taking the sweater off because I'm getting warm. Alright, so we're going to start with these first. So I have 3 of these. I like to use them because they're very shallow and they don't have deep ridges because they're just boot trays from the dollar store. So. And I do recommend wearing the gloves just because this mix is very, very wet and it will dry your hands out and they will feel horrible after. And also, you know, there is fertilizer. I mean, even everything's all natural and everything, it's still don't need to get stuff in your system, right? And look at that. And if you're wondering what the little squares are, you can see these. There's 2 options on the larger soil blocker. You can get just a round, like dimple looking one, or the blocks. And these are 3 1/4 inch square, and they're the exact same size as the mini soil block blocks. So they just pop right in here, which you will see shortly. So I'm just gonna knock out a bunch of these, and I'm also going to not be, oh, I didn't fill that one up all the way. I'm also not going to be putting these as close together. I say that every year, and then I'm always like, I can get another row on. I can get 2 more rows on. But this year I'm really going to try not to because it will just give the plants a little bit more room, and it's easier for the water to kind of get in and out beneath them. So, and you know what? This is too flimsy. I gotta put it. I need it more solid when I push down on it. So making sure to keep it in the shade because I don't want to cut these guys. But I also want them to be a little protected from the breeze because they have never been outside before. So these are the 3 trays we're going to get potted up today. And you smell the tomatoes? Yeah? Snapdragon. It's called Snapdragon. I didn't make up the name. I'm sorry if you don't approve. Yeah. Okay, so I think we'll just start with this first tray here, and I'm going to put them up on the table, and we're going to start potting them up and getting all our labels on. So slide that out, put those back in there, make sure they stay nice and protected. So these are all doing really well, except for there's a couple here that have kind of some weird leaves on them, and I don't know if that's, I might have been a little too vigorous on the fertilizing. And or they could have just gotten too close to the light at the time, but they're not looking super great right now, but they'll bounce back. We got lots of time. These are all dwarf tomato varieties. Keep in mind, I have not started any of my real ones. So I'm going to set it in here and kind of cover them until we get everything set up. Because I want to protect these babies. So I got my soil block trays. So I have each one of these. I made them a little bit more space in between, so I probably could have gotten 2 more rows if I scrunched them all in, but it does make watering them a little more difficult. So I have 16 rows of the 4 of the 2-inch soil blocks, and I have 3 trays like this, and I have 1 smaller tray. All right, let's get set up and go. Hey Dexter, you ready to go? Let's do this. Oh, you mean, no, I don't mean go like anywhere. Like we're just gonna, yeah, sorry about that. It's really bright. The sun is like reflecting off of that, so I apologize if it's rude to wear sunglasses, but we're wearing them. Okay, so I'm going in with the first ones are going to be Tiny Tims, and I'm going to start on, put a row, and I'll just do the first label, but I will go back and label them all because that's how I end up with mystery peppers and tomatoes every year, because it makes perfect sense when I'm doing it, but then later
I forget which is which. Okay, so Tiny Tim is our first row, and there are 4 of those. Actually, you know what? I might just, because it's a whole row of them, I might just do that. See, I'm already second guessing myself. I don't have a ton of the plant labels handy, so I'm gonna just grab a section of the tomatoes. And here's my lovely assistant. Are you working hard? You taking a nap in the sunshine? Yeah? All right, so here are all my peppers. I decided to get a new tray. I didn't think there'd be enough room on the other tray, and I don't want to mix the trays. I'd like to keep all the peppers together if I can. So this tray is all peppers except for right here on the end is some basil and my orange hat tomato. I'll have to go pop that in a minute. But let's get started on the peppers. So our first ones up are the lemon ahi. Okay, here's my little orange hat tomato that's going to have to go on the tomato block. And then the rest of these, I'm super excited about this. This is going to go here on the end. This is my strawberry mint, which is super fabulous. This is my piccolino basil, which is not looking so great. And then this is just my regular lemon basil. So I'll pop these in where I had a few extra empty spots over there. Here we are 4 days later. So I did all that on Wednesday. Now it is Sunday morning. So this is the tray I had done a few weeks ago. This is the tray I did, you saw in that last video I put out with the petunias and the coleus. So I'm going to turn that tray around and I'll show you what's in there. I have another whole tray of petunias, more petunias, and then the peppers here. So let's start with the peppers. With 4 of the lemon ahi, 3 of the Thai hot, 1 poblano there. Oh, these are the mystery ones. The seeds were already mystery, so it's not like I mislabeled them or anything, but the plants look very different, so I'm not sure what's going on there. 2 of the Cheiro Roxa, they look kind of sad. And then anywhere that I didn't fill out the whole row with the variety, I put basil, so I have lemon basil back there. So here I have 2 Cayenne and then 2 basil. Sugar Rush Red. I had 4. I didn't put how many I have, so I have the whole row. Datil, I have 2. Sugar Rush Peach, I have 4. Cherry Red, I have 4. Chocolate, these are the Jamaican hot chocolates, and there's 2 there. And then at the back I have another red cherry, so I have 5 red cherries in total. Let me spin it around. Here we have Strawberry Ahi. I have 2 of those. Peach Ahi. Pico. Early Jalapeno. orange spice, pumpkin spice, giant jalapeno, full-ju jalapeno, which I think is like a non-flavorful, like a non-spicy one. And then we have the strawberry jalapeno, and then my piccolino basil, and then regular basil in there. Okay, and then let's go check out the tomatoes. And the tomatoes, so here I have my row of Tiny Tim. We have 4 of those. I have Bonsai. There's 1 of the Bonsai, I think. Bajaja, I have 4. Canary, these are getting really big. Canary, I have 2. Tumbling Tom, I had 4 or 5. And then this is my orange hat. So these are just the micro dwarf tomatoes. And they're doing really good now. But they got transplanted and these guys are taking off. And yeah, they're doing good. Look at the coleus. Its petunias are looking really good. Those are climbing, tickle pink climbing petunias. So they have more of an upright growth structure anyways. But so yeah, and we can open the curtain and let them get some nice sunshine. So I do like to rotate the trays every day or every couple of days, especially if it's been really sunny, because they can start to dry out. But might as well give you a little bit of an update over here. Ooh, some pansies. We got lots of stuff going on. So anyways, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.